Welcome to Ferry Meadows, and we're going to try and do a recorded meeting magical mammals event for you today. What we're looking for today is small mammals. So I want you to start thinking about what a mammal is. Start thinking about some of the mammals that we might get in this country, and also start thinking about where these small mammals might live, what they might eat, and also what might eat them as well. So today we're going to be looking at three specific types of small mammal. We're looking for voles, shrews and mice. Okay, I've put some traps out last night. We've got 11 traps in the area behind me, and what we want to look in the trap, hopefully we've caught something for a start. So obviously working with wildlife, we might not get anything at all, but fingers crossed. And we want to look at their identifying features. So with a vole, the thing we're looking for here is a short nose, small nose, quite small body, small eyes, small ears, and a small tail as well, tail that's as long or shorter than its body. So lots of small features on a vole. For a shrew, we're looking for a long nose, see the long pointy nose, and again short tail, small ears, tiny eyes there. And finally the mouse, big eyes, big ears, long tail, and quite a big nose as well. So big features on the mouse. So I want you to try and think about those features when we're looking in the traps and see if you can identify what we've got in the traps. Okay, so we've just checked our first trap and we have caught something, which is good news. I'll just show you what we've put in the trap. So it's called a Longworth trap, and basically this is what we call the bedding chamber, and in there we just put a bit of cotton wool and some food, just in case we catch anything, so it keeps them warm overnight, and obviously they've just got a bit of food in there to keep them happy. And this is the chamber that they come in, and what we do, we just slot that in there like so. Obviously the bed and the food in there, this little trapdoor opens, they run along into there. Don't know if you can see it, there's a little metal bar across the back there called a treadle. They tread on that, which releases the I can't quite reach it. Well, it releases the trapdoor anyway. There you go, I can do it that way. There you go. Like so, and it can't get back out again. So anyway, let's look at what we've got. Okay, so there's our first catch of the day. So I want you just to look at some of its features. Okay, so look at its eyes. Do we think, remembering those pictures I showed you at the start, do you think they're sort of big or small eyes? Again, I want you to look at the ears. Are they big or small? Look at its nose as well, and also the length of its tail. Remember, if it's the same length as its body or shorter, we're classing that as a small tail. Okay, so looking at all those features, I think we can say we've got small eyes there. They're definitely quite small. Ears are fairly small. Tail is definitely what we class as a small tail, and the nose is quite short and stubby as well. So that is a vole. Okay, so were you right, were you wrong? And this actually is a bank vole. We can tell that because the ears are slightly more obvious, and the tail slightly longer as well than a field vole, and it's the type of habitat as well. Okay, so that's our first catch, and of course once we've looked at the creatures, we obviously just let them go, so hopefully he'll run straight back into the long grass. Maybe. Oh, there you go.
Yep.
There you go, and gone. Okay, just at trap number 2 now. As you can see, the door's still open, so it hasn't been set off, so this trap's empty, unfortunately. Okay, we just had a run of lots of empty traps, so I could just see that this one has gone off, so hopefully we've got something in this one. So you can see the door is closed, so they've obviously gone over the treadle. I'll just empty this gently, obviously. Oh, there we go. And you can see there, so again, I want you to start looking at the features. You see, it's quite lively, this one. So again, look at that tail. Do we think that's a long or a short tail? Look at those eyes, are they big or small? Do the ears stick out? And is it a really long and pointy nose? Okay. While you're thinking about that, don't know if you can see on the on its bedding, you'll see lots of little, see those little brown things there? That's its poo. So mice and voles they only eat sort of seeds and things like that, so they're vegetarians in effect, and will only don't eat meat, or they don't eat insects or anything like that. Shrews, on the other hand, are insectivores, so they're like carnivores, but obviously they're too small to eat proper meat, so they'll eat lots of different insects. And shrews actually have to eat every 2 hours to stay alive, because they've got such a high metabolism. Actually, a water shrew is the only venomous mammal in the UK, and they actually bite their insect prey and stun them first before they eat them. So if you've had a think about this one then, have you looked at all those features, hopefully you came to the conclusion that it was a vole again. Lots of small features, small eyes, small ears, or certainly ears that don't stick out, a small tail and quite a short nose. And this one's slightly smaller than the other one, so it's probably a younger vole as well. And I'm just going to let this one go again. This one will probably go quite quickly, and watch it go into the grass. And there you go, gone. And that's why they like this habitat. Lots of small mammals like this, obviously lots of long grass, lots of shrubs and trees to hide them. This is because lots of things like to eat them. So I just want you to start thinking about maybe some of the things that might want to eat these type of mammals. So we've caught another one. So I hope you're still thinking about the predators that might eat these things. So again, let's have a look at the identifying features on this one here. Okay, so again, let's look at those features: the nose, the eyes, the ears and the tail. Do we think this is different to the last one, or the last two? We've had 2 voles so far. So do you think they're big or small eyes? I'd say they're quite big actually compared to the others. Do those ears stick out? I'd say so. I think they stick out more than the others. And that tail, does that tail look longer than its body? So if you can see it there against the, you see how long that tail is? I'd say it probably is. So these have got, this one's got lots of big or long features. If you remember back, you remember what that is. Okay, that is a mouse. And around this type of habitat we get wood mice. That's a wood mouse. So there we go, you can hopefully see the difference.
we go, we'll release him again so you can see. Oh,
Oh.
wow, there we go. He jumped out there and gone straight away. And that's why it's so difficult to see. You just obviously don't often see small mammals about just because they're so good at hiding. And going back to some of those predators again, lots of things eat them. Other mammals, so bigger mammals like foxes and badgers will eat small mammals. But you also get lots of different birds will eat mammals, so owls will come out at night and eat them, and other birds of prey like kestrels, they will also eat small mammals as well. But you've also got things like snakes, grass snakes will eat them, weasels, stoats, you name it. They've got a lot of things that want to eat them, so that's why they have to be so good at hiding. And this sort of habitat here, you know, in the long grass, is ideal for them. So if you've got gardens at home, if you leave patches of long grass around the edges, always good for lots of insects and small mammals and other things as well. Okay, so we've been around all the traps now. Unfortunately we only had 3 go off, but it's better than none, trust me. Okay, so we saw obviously 2 voles today and 1 mouse. So remember those features I was telling you about? Remember with the vole, we had small eyes, quite a short nose, quite small ears that are difficult to see, short tail compared to its body. And with the mouse we had bigger features. Remember, we had the sticky out big ears, quite big eyes, tail that was longer than its body, and quite a big sort of face as well, big nose. The one thing we didn't see today was the shrew. So I just want to show the differences between the shrew and the other 2 that we saw. So again, if you saw it and it had quite a short tail like the vole, similar size tail to a vole. Again, not very obvious, and small ears like a vole again. Very small eyes, even smaller than a vole actually if you look at it. Very tiny eyes, very poor eyesight. But the one big difference between the shrew and the vole is that nose, that long pointy nose. And that is the giveaway, and that's when you know you've got a shrew. So that's everything for today. Hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully you can come along and do it for real next time.